Yeah, absolutely. And you put a dope ass twist on it too. It's like I got a race feel, and it's timeless, classic, red, white, and blue.
Can't beat that
shit. Can't beat it.
Shit, man. Talk about your story growing up in South Central and stuff.
Yeah,
you know,
man.
what was it like? Because it's always appealing. I'm not from LA, so it's a big city. When you come out here, like this shit is massive. You know what I mean? I don't think people really understand that haven't been here or lived here. But you know, coming up in a big city like that, what was it like? You know, your first interactions.
You know, man, growing up, you know, in South Central, and I should clarify, right? My whole childhood was not in South Central because I got into trouble very early, you know, and my mom was smart enough to move me out of there. But in my early years, you know, and this is the early 80s, you know what I'm saying? I was born in 77, bro. So I'm definitely an 80s baby. There was a lot of violence, you know, there was a lot of gang violence. I was born off of 94th and Hoover. So, you know, my whole family is Crips, you know what I'm saying? So I saw a lot, you know, as a little kid. My uncles all gang banged, you know, my cousins all gang banged. I lost one of my first cousins, you know, we were probably like 5 or 6, bro. He accidentally got shot in the stomach with a shotgun, you know what I'm saying? Just outside, we're all out, just outside playing. So I saw a lot, you know, very, very early, you know, so when you deal with those kind of things as a young guy very early, it kind of sets your mind up, you know, in a different way. You know what I'm saying? So to be out here, you know, especially as a young guy, it was just more or less about survival. You know, it wasn't the childhood of, you know, dreams and aspirations and this and that. It was more or less, don't get killed today. You know, when you're going to school or when you're doing this, watch out, you know, make sure you get in the house by a certain time. Don't let them street lights catch you on. You know, our parents, you know, they were really adamant about those kind of things. So that's kind of like how it was growing, you know, being in there early, you know, and then as my mom, you know, once a few things happened and I got kicked out of school because now I'm emulating things that I'm seeing, you know, from my family, from my uncles. I'm watching them have certain altercations, and then I'm emulating those altercations when I have a little small altercation at school. You know what I'm saying? So once I got kicked out of school and my mom just kind of moved me an hour east, bro, to a city called Rolling Heights. It was like a suburb, you know what I'm saying? Like right next to West Covina, Diamond Bar, Pomona. Everything kind of changed for me. You know what I'm saying? My mom, you know, they put me in sports, you know, channel some of this anger. You know what I'm saying? They gave me a football. So then I just kind of started taking all that frustration and that aggression out, you know, on the football field. And, you know, back then, you know, that city was predominantly white, you know, so it was kind of culture shock for me at that time. You know, I'm not used to seeing that many white folks. You know what I'm saying? I think in my school, there was probably like maybe 10 black people in the entire school.
And the suburbs. It's damn near the suburbs.
Yeah,
from the city to the suburbs.
It was no more ghetto. You know what I'm saying? Like it was clean. You know what I'm saying? The kids at school, they were nice to me. You know what I'm saying? So it just became, I started listening to different music. You know what I'm saying? Like everything just kind of changed for me. So, but I would periodically, you know, get back to LA to visit family and friends and stuff. But I started to really understand, hey, there's a difference, you know, and the longer I stayed in Rolling Heights and in that suburb, the more my mind kind of shifted, you know what I'm saying, as to how I was thinking and how I was moving around.
Not having to look to get shot, not having to worry about when you leave the house looking both ways. That right there is huge. I mean, what an upgrade.
I mean, that's for like that young of an age, what you just said about your homie with the shotgun. Like that's just crazy.
Yeah, bro.
Like,
I still
straight
remember
up,
it, bro.
like that's PTSD for
It
the rest
is,
of
for
your damn
real.
life. Like that's young, you know. I don't even remember what I was doing at 5. You know what I mean? But you'll remember that.
You remember that. I don't remember
Straight
everything, but you know, you have little spurts of memory, you know what I'm saying, of things that you can think back to. Yeah, significant things back then. And that definitely is one of them.
Hey, if you like that video and you want to see more, make sure you hit the like button below and subscribe to the channel. First Smoke of the Day clip.